What's up, everybody? It's 412K. Say what's on your mind. And a lot of things been going on with the rap industry lately, huh? A lot of people fighting back and forth. Like some of these rappers, they got money, they got power now, and sometimes with power and wealth becomes a great responsibility. I always say, right? And some of these rappers, they get rich and they start attacking each other because they're hating each other because somebody's more richer than somebody else, right? And some of these rappers, man, it's like you go below the belt as much as us YouTubers do. You know what I'm saying? Us YouTubers will get your information, go call police on each other. Now a lot of these rappers that are not real strong rappers, they just rap, but they're not street rap, not street strong, the way I'm looking at it. Because a lot of things that you would do in the street, you wouldn't do you wouldn't display yourself like that. You know? There's a such thing as walking in silence. You know? You do things in silence. You know what I mean? If you're doing bad, you do it in silence. You don't make noises when you're doing bad things. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be silent and quiet as a mouse. Nobody can figure out what you're thinking. Nobody can figure out what's in your, what kind of, you know, it's all about, I guess that's what they call magic. I ain't going to go there. But anyway, I'm just saying, some of these rappers are starting to get to a point where they want to get to a point where they want to start these quote unquote, I call them rap wars. You know what I mean? Real rap wars. You know what I mean? Like they're really getting, like, you know, there's certain guys that follow these rappers that if a rapper tells you to go jump off the ledge, you're going to jump off the ledge regardless of what anybody says. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do it. It's your favorite guy. You know, I think some things are getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? When a rapper has to turn around and tell everybody's, you know, tell your enemy, quote unquote, your enemy's information like that, that's kind of like a snitch move, you know? I remember back in the day when you had rap battles was make money. Rap battles would make both sides money because you're rapping about each other. You're cracking. We call it cracking, you know, or roasting or whatever, right? And we left it as that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you go and talk about somebody's mother and you're going to shoot somebody's mother and you're going to kill their babies and you're going to this and that. Now you got rappers now, you know. And you get to that's the hardcore area. That's when rappers like West Coast and a lot of West Coast rappers had rivalries like the Bloods and the Crips. They always was rivalries when it came to rap. So most of their battle raps were against each other because, you know, the opposites of each other, right? So I think that's mostly the rap wars came from was the West Coast. You know what I mean? Because they had a lot. It's a bigger territory, and rappers, you didn't have, being a rapper back then, you could still get paid even in your own area. You know what I mean? If you're that good, you might not be good for like mid, you know, for the rest of the country, but you're good for your sack, and you still was making money because everybody was still buying your tapes back in the day, your CDs. You know what I mean? Now it's your drive sticks, right? But we went through so many phases in the music industry. So many different phases. And the one thing that didn't change in the in the music industry is that how they worship the devil. Nothing changed. Now we got all these young kids that think that snitching, rape, you know, shooting somebody, it's a godly thing now. You know, I got money now. I'm a rap. I got money now. Now I can get after my enemies. Now I can destroy other people that treated me bad and this and that. You know, sometimes money in the wrong hands could destroy a world. You know what I mean? Money in the good hands can keep us running forever. You know what I'm saying? And some of these rappers, they've been street. You know, they're so poor. They came out of prison or whatever. All they're thinking about is eating right now. They're thinking about nobody else but their crew and themselves. All these rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all you had. People don't understand that rap back in the day was all about a clique. You know what I mean? It was a group of dudes that hanging on the block, just making up songs, trying to make raps against each other. You know what I mean? That's how it all started. You know what I mean? Well, kind of. I'm not, it really started from way back in the day. You know what I mean? Way back in the day, like Quincy Jones and all that. And certain things that they did, certain things, Street, I don't know. I grew up around Coogee Rap and Polo. You know what I mean? My father grew up around that. Coogee Rap and Polo days, you know what I'm saying? My father loved that group. He said, yo, I love those kids. You know what I'm saying? When Coogee Rap and all them back in the Bronx and all that. That's what my father was down with all that. He liked that. But anyway, that's another thing. That's the Gorilla family and all that. You know what I mean? It has a lot to do with the Gorillas. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go any further than that. It's just a Gorilla family thing. You know what I'm saying? So anything, I'm just saying that some of these rappers, when you get out of the street, man, you're supposed to leave that all behind. And you're supposed to take the friends, your crew that you was down with since the beginning. You take them and you build them up. And you do legit shit. Not ride around and just be in nice clothes and ride around and start all kind of shit with other people. And saying you're better than everybody else. That's not the way life should be. You see, a lot of these rappers, you know where you came from. You should be humbling yourself every day that you have what you have. And you should go back to the neighborhoods and start building real businesses. And there's some rappers on the YouTube that actually went back and they show that they built restaurants, they built things in their community. But they don't get recognized enough on it because it's a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? When something's good and positive towards black people, some people don't like that. They rather see the ghetto. They rather see guys pissing in the hallway. You know what I mean? They rather see a homeless guy over there shitting on the curb. He shits and puts on a fucking You see a fucking 5-minute crackhead. He'll go over there with his peace pipe and he'll sit up in the corner. He'll smoke his rock real quick, get all buzzed out and then jet off. You know what I'm saying? What kind of life is that? So we sitting there since we was kids rapping about how we actually live, hoping that one day somebody will pick us off the ground and say, look, here's a couple of bucks, kid. Get off the ground, help your kids, get yourself a store. Do these things, you know what I'm saying? Where I live at, we got so many Spanish stores, mostly Spanish stores, you know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with that, so I'm good, you know what I'm saying? But we got so many stores that we show that we want to fucking rule. You know what I'm saying? We want to be a business owner. We want to take, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to one dude from New York, right? He lives out here. And he was bringing my refrigerator. One of my refrigerator broke or something. So he was delivering my refrigerator. And he said, like, yo, the pit of the city, right? The pit out here. You know what I'm saying? He misses home. You know what I mean? He misses New York so bad. But then he's like, yo, I got to stay out here because it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to sit there and go through the rivalry and worry about my kids in the city getting molested and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because shout out to Brother Poppy. You know what I mean? Brother Poppy, Hassan Campbell. We was talking about you about New York, right? So we sitting there, the dude was talking about New York and all that. And he's just saying like all the bad things that happen in New York. You know what I'm saying? But he wants to go home because home, it makes sense. He can make money. He can get things done. He used to be a plumber out in New York, you know what I'm saying? And then he gave up being a plumber out in New York to live out here, and now he does deliveries, and he been doing deliveries for a minute, you know what I'm saying? He wish he was a plumber, you know what I'm saying? But, sometimes you have to sacrifice yourself. You said, look, my family's more important, so I gave up my plumber and all that. We just took the rest of our loot, and we came out here. And ever since we came out here, I don't have to worry about my kids getting molested. I don't have to worry about fucking somebody trying to hurt my kids and shit like that. You know what I mean? The majority of kids getting hurt out here is like maybe good 60%. You know what I mean? Compared to where he lived in New York was good 90%. You know what I'm saying? 95% your kid's going to get hurt. So, we were just talking about how things are. And then we started talking about rappers and this and that. I'm sorry, man. Some of these rappers, man, you forgot, you forgot where you came from. Some of you represent your set, but you forgot where you came from. There's a lot of people hungry on your set. There's a lot of people that you probably might even like that, but probably, representing your set, man. You should be making sure when you ride around your set, there should be stores. There should be this. There should be that. You know what I mean? There should be, you should have your own, no word of a lie. Some of these rappers should have your own little fucking radio station by now. / they be selling your CDs. right? Out of the store. You should have a store / radio station up top. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these rappers don't think, man. You know what I mean? Put that shit back in your community where it belongs, but you don't want to. You want to mess with the angel of death. You want to mess with some real hood niggas that you knew from the block. When you wasn't rappers, you start talking shit about these guys. And you start thinking you're Rick, like Rick Ross, think he's the real Rick Ross. And you start taking people's gangsters' names and you start using the gangster's name without permission. And you start doing all this evil, fucked up shit. Some of these rappers are not like they used to be. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the old rappers. Some of the old style rappers are starting to work in the industry now and trying to get some of these young rappers right in their minds. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking on a feminine level. Think on a manly level. Think of back in the day when you was hungry, when you had to have tomato soup in a can and that was all you was eating every morning and every afternoon or maybe every night. You know what I'm saying? With some bread and butter. If you had luck, you had butter. You know what I'm saying? So when you become a rapper, some of you guys, you mess it up. You're messing it up, man. Some of you rap guys are messing up the whole thing. You're messing it up. That new age, whatever the new age stuff that you want to come out with, whatever you're trying to, that new age shit that was back in the 60s, man. That was back before I was even born. You know what I'm saying? 50 and 60 was the new age. That's that new age shit. This right here is called, I call it the hell age. I call it the hell. Because everything goes. Everything goes. Everything's open. Anything can go. You could be a bisexual. You could be anything you want and don't have no consequence to your actions. That's how some of these rappers are thinking like. You know what I'm saying? I can be with anybody. I can do anything. I can hurt you. I can kill you. I can do whatever I want. I can sacrifice you. You know what I mean? That's what it's getting like. But I'm just saying, some of these rappers, you're hurting the industry. You know what I mean? You are. I hope some of you guys get it together and I hope some of these women get it together in the rap industry, man. You're going to have to learn how to be, do your own thing instead of trying to depend on somebody else. You got to be your own boss. And some of you don't never know how to be your own boss. That's why you're not a Wayne, Little Wayne or nothing like that because you don't know how to be your own boss. Eventually down the line, you got to learn how to be your own boss. You know, stop being a follower and, being a follower can have you, if you're not following the right person, you're just going to go down the dark path anyway, right? All right, people. 412K, I just want to talk about the rap industry and how rap is getting a bad name, man. I hope the Locks and I hope a lot of the older rappers start coming back out and teach some of these younger rappers how to be rappers, man. They need it. Some of these rappers need to learn from the older G's and cut it out, man. You really do. Stop learning from the OGs that know how to rap. And, you know what I mean? Fast rappers, mumble rap, all that. Because mumble rap was back when Old Dirty, there was a lot of dudes that did mumble rap back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Or harmonizing raps, whatever. All right, people. 412K. Talked enough. Everybody have a good day. Say what's on your mind. Later.